Look at your reflection right now. Seriously, take a mental snapshot of where you are standing. Because 5 years from today, you are going to be one of two people. One version of you will look in the mirror, see a stranger who conquered their fears, and say, "I can't believe I actually had the guts to change everything." The other version? That version will be sitting in the exact same chair, staring at the exact same walls, feeling the exact same crushing weight of what if. And here is the terrifying truth. The difference between those two people isn't a stroke of luck. It isn't a winning lottery ticket. It's a glitch in the way you've been programmed to think. In the next few minutes, I'm going to hand you the source code to break that programming. I'm going to reveal the mental launch pad that the world's most effective 1% use to leapfrog the competition, while everyone else is still arguing with their alarm clock. I'll show you why your current strategy for fixing your life is actually backwards, and I'll give you the 5 specific high IQ habits that act like a forced software update for your brain. But first, we have to talk about the most expensive mistake you make every single day: the 9-minute trap. Every morning, you have a choice. You hit the snooze button. You think you're buying 9 more minutes of precious sleep. You're not. You're paying for those 9 minutes with your entire future. Studies show your brain is up to 40% more focused in the first 90 minutes after waking. That is your cheat code. That is the window where your brain is in what scientists call wet cement mode. Whatever you pour into your mind during that first hour sets for the rest of the day. If you pour in Instagram drama, you are cementing distraction. If you pour in doom scrolling, you are cementing anxiety. Most people spend their peak mental real estate arguing with strangers in YouTube comments or looking for an air fryer they don't need on Amazon. They waste their highest state of neuroplasticity and wonder why their life feels like a repetitive loop. Wait, it gets deeper. You've been told that once you get the money, once you get the house, once you get the partner, then you'll be happy. Wrong. That is the biggest lie in the self-help industry. Psychology shows it actually goes the other way. Happiness isn't the trophy at the end of the race. Happiness is the fuel that lets you run the race in the first place. When you are anxious, when you are depressed, when you are catastrophizing every small setback, the instrument you use to improve your life, your mind, is shattered. It's like trying to build a skyscraper with a broken hammer. If you wait for your circumstances to improve before you decide to be content, you are paralyzing yourself. But if you can discover even 10% more mental clarity despite your current mess, your mind becomes free. It stops being a financial zombie. And once that anxiety is gone, you can finally start moving with forward momentum. If this content makes sense to you, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, how do you actually pour growth into that wet cement? It isn't about hustling until your eyes bleed, it's about leverage. If you can claim just 1 hour in the morning, you gain a psychological edge over 95% of the population. While they're rolling out of bed, instantly diving into TikTok, and spending the rest of the day wondering why they feel behind, you are running on peak dopamine, your brain's favorite party chemical. Your cortisol is rising just enough to turn you from a potato into a person. Here is the 5 a.m. power ritual to capitalize on this chemical cocktail. Step 1. Hydrate. Chug water like your dreams depend on it. Your brain has been running on low battery all night. You need to jumpstart the system. Step 2. Move. 10 push-ups, a brisk walk, a stretch. Existential dread builds character, but movement builds momentum. Step 3. One goal. Not 40, not a 12-page manifesto, one clear target for the day. Hit one domino today to make tomorrow's work easier. Step 4. Learn. Read 5 pages of a book. Watch a deep dive video that actually teaches a skill. Avoid the "bro, trust me" content. Seek real knowledge. Step 5. Protect. This hour is sacred. No emails, no texts. You are the Secret Service and your focus is the president's baby. Nothing gets through. But here is the missing link. Even with the best routine, if your operating system is faulty, you'll just be a productive person headed in the wrong direction. This is where high IQ thinking comes in. The people you admire aren't superheroes, they just have better habits of thought. The first habit is metacognition. They think about their own thinking. Instead of assuming their impulses are correct, they ask, "Why do I believe this? Is there evidence or am I just biased?" They question their own excuses until those excuses crumble. The second habit? They choose challenge over comfort. The brain only strengthens when it struggles. This is desirable difficulty. If you only consume easy content, your mind stays flabby. High IQ thinkers sit with confusion. They tackle complex ideas. They know that mental discomfort is just the feeling of their brain leveling up. The third habit is updating beliefs. Smart thinkers don't cling to opinions to protect their ego. If new evidence proves them wrong, they adapt. They think in probabilities, not absolutes. They rarely say always or never. They ask, how likely am I to be mistaken? This reduces black and white thinking and makes your judgment laser sharp. Stay tuned because in a moment I'm going to show you the math of self-mastery that proves how this 1 hour can lead to main character energy. But first, you need to understand the concept of geographic and service arbitrage. Most people feel trapped because they only have one source of income in an expensive city. But we live in an era where the cost of living is a choice. You can live in a cheaper state while providing high-value services to wealthy hubs like New York or Los Angeles. This is the proxy entrepreneur model. You don't need to be Elon Musk. You just need to stop being a financial zombie and start looking for the micro gaps in the market. Combine this with the 3-3-3 rule. 3 hours a week dedicated to a high-income skill, 3 months of consistent effort before you expect a penny, 3 different experiments in monetization. This is how normal people become millionaires. It isn't a lucky stock pick, it is the compounding of these tiny, unimpressive-looking hours. Do the math. 1 intentional hour a day equals 365 hours a year. That's 15 entire days. 2 entire weeks of pure, uninterrupted self-mastery while the rest of the world is binge-watching Netflix. If you stack that across 5 years, you have built a master's degree on yourself. You might say, I'm just not a morning person. Listen, it's not about the time on the clock. It's about the identity of the person. Are you a consumer or are you a producer? Are you a victim of your alarm clock or are you the architect of your future? You won't feel the change tomorrow. You won't feel it next week. But give it 90 days. 90 days of showing up for yourself when no one is watching. One day, you will look in the mirror and you won't recognize the person staring back. You will see someone who took control of their time, someone who no longer waits for life to happen, someone who finally broke the glitch. The next 5 years are coming whether you hit snooze or not. The only question that matters is, will you be the one building your future, or will you be binge-watching someone else's success story? Don't hit snooze on this one. If you do, you aren't just wasting 9 minutes. You are wasting the life you said you wanted. Finish strong. I'll see you in the next video where we break down the exact tax hacks for the normal worker.